may take your seats. Right Honorable Dr. Elijah Kurare, Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, Honorable Dr. Sanet Tienkamp, Minister of the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, Honorable Indileni Daniel, Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, His Excellency, Ambassador Zhao Weiping, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Namibia, His Worship, Councillor Sakalia Unona, Mayor of the City of Windhoek, Mr. Mbumba Haitengela, Executive Director in the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, in short, BASAC, Executive Directors from different ministries in the government, Dr. Lisho Mundia, Deputy Executive Director in MASAC, Mrs. Patricia Hawanga, Telecom Namibia Board Chairperson, Board of Directors from other state-owned agencies such as NCRST, Telecom, NAST, UNAM, and other public and private entities, CEO of Telecom, Dr. Stanley Chanapinda, CEO of Communication Regulation Authority, CRAN, Mr. Miliangi Kembra, Vice Chancellors of UNAM, heads and senior official of public and private higher education institution, senior officials representing different OMAs, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lovisa Emmanuel from the Directorate of Research and Innovation in MASAC Ministry, and I'm very much delighted and really sincerely honored to facilitate today's proceeding. With our patriotism affirmed and all protocol observed, we now move into the heart of today's program. We are here to receive and celebrate the China-aided satellite ground data receiving station, a station that intersects technology and development. Before I call upon the opening remarks, digital etiquette requires us that to ensure that our mobile telephones are switched either to silent or vibrating mode, because we want to ensure that our speakers have our undivided attention. I would also like to inform the gathering that this proceeding is being live broadcasted via the official MASAC website. Please follow our Facebook, not website, but Facebook. Please follow that. Also use the official hashtag so that you can contribute to the conversation. Secondly, the washrooms are behind me, behind the tent. Those are the washrooms that we are reserved for our exclusive use. There is no facility inside for our use. At the end of the program, we'll also serve some refreshment. You are welcome to enjoy those. And I thank you for adhering to the etiquette protocol, especially the digital one, so that we keep this event professional. To officially welcome us to this gathering, I call upon Mr. Erastus Mbumba Haitengela, the Executive Director in MASAC. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremony. I take this opportunity first to stand by the protocol already observed. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, please allow me to go straight into my speech. Good morning. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to this historic occasion the official handover of the China-aided satellite ground data receiving station to the government of the Republic of Namibia. Today marks more than the transfer of infrastructure, but the strengthening of Namibia's technological growth and institutional capacity in the field of space science and Earth observation. Namibia has set for itself clear and ambitious developmental targets under Vision 2030 and our national development plans. We have consistently affirmed that Namibia must be developed by its own human capital. Our policy direction remains firm that economic transformation, innovation, and national resilience must be driven by educated, skilled, and competent Namibians. This ground data receiving station stands as a practical implementation of that national commitment. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, esteemed invited guests, the 6th National Development Plan places strong emphasis on science, technology, and innovation as a key drivers of economic growth. Structural transformation and state security, those are very, very important to our country. NDP 6 recognizes that participation in the global technology and space domain is directly linked to national capability and the protection of sovereign interest. In an era defined by data, digital systems, and geospatial intelligence, access to reliable satellite information is essential for evidence-based planning, environmental protection, and safeguarding territorial integrity. The establishment of this station directly responds to those police directives. This facility is the product of a long-standing and mutually beneficial cooperation agreement between the Republic of Namibia and the People's Republic of China, first concluded in 2000 and renewed in 2018. Through this partnership, the government of China provided technical and financial support for the construction of the station and the training of Namibian personnel. As custodian ministry, that's now MASAC, as it was said, we worked closely with our Chinese counterparts to ensure the successful completion of phase 1, including the installation of advanced receiving and processing systems, as well as the development of local technical expertise. In the Namibian context, the benefits of this ground data receiving station are strategic and transformative. Namibia now possesses enhanced sovereign capacity to receive and process satellite remote sensing data within its own borders. With this technology, we can monitor natural disasters such as wildfires and floods from space. Thereby strengthening disaster risk management and early warning systems. We can support the detection of illegal fishing vessels along our coastline, and by reinforcing our border monitoring and enhancing national security oversight. These capabilities significantly strengthen the capacity of the state. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, esteemed guests, beyond security considerations, the station will support mineral exploration, agricultural monitoring, inland water resource management, forestry oversight, livestock monitoring, and land use planning. It will provide accurate and timely data to inform policy formulation, improve planning efficiencies, and promote sustainable natural resource management. In practical terms, this means improved decision making, enhanced service delivery, and greater resilience against climate and environmental risks. Equally significant, is the human capital dimension of this initiative. Namibian professionals have been trained to operate and manage this station, ensuring sustainable and national ownership of the technology. This aligns directly with government's strategic objective of building a knowledge-based economy and creating opportunities for young Namibians in advanced fields such as space science, engineering, and data analytics. Allow me now to acknowledge the leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. During Her Excellency's tenure as a Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Her Excellency ensured that Namibia maintains strong and principled diplomatic relationship with the People's Republic of China. Through her leadership, Namibia secured cooperation arrangements that directly advance our development priorities. Today's milestone reflects that tangible benefits of strategic diplomacy aligned with national interest. As we formally accept this facility, we do so with full appreciation of the responsibility entrusted to us. I wish to assure Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, the government of the People's Republic of China, and the Namibian people that MESAC, this ministry, has the institutional capacity and technical competence to manage and operate this ground data receiving station effectively. Thank you very much. We will ensure the provision of reliable and real-time satellite data so that information gathered here is translated into actionable intelligence for planning, resource management, environmental protection, and national security. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, it is therefore my distinct honor to welcome you to this world-class facility. May this station stand as a symbol of strategic partnership, technological advancement, and Namibia's unwavering commitment to innovation driven by development. I thank you.
Thank you, my ED, for welcoming us to this event. Yes, we can attest that Namibia possesses now capabilities to receive and process satellite data. You see me almost standing up. May I encourage our speakers to please stick within the allocated time so that we allow our Right Honorable Prime Minister to have sufficient time to also move to the next appointment. Thank you. Now may I call upon Dr. Lisho Mundia to provide the overall or overview of the satellite data, ground data receiving station. Thank you.
Thank you, Director of Ceremony, Madame Luvisa Emmanuel. Allow me to also stand on the protocol established and extend my sincere welcome to you, and Right Honorable Prime Minister and our ministers, and Your Excellency Ambassador, and just get into today's my task as allocated. I just want to really just touch base quickly as to the quick evolution of the ground station that we are launching today. So the government of the Republic of Namibia entered into the agreement with the People's Republic of China on the establishment of this facility called China Space Tracking, Telemetric and Command Station, which is stationed in Swakop, Namibia, on the 11th of October, the year 2000. This agreement was binding for 15 years with the possibility of extension. With those provisions, the agreement was renewed for 15 years in March 2018 in China, under the leadership of our late President Hageji Gengop, may his soul rest in peace. The renewed agreement made provision for China to provide technical and financial support for the construction of the satellite ground data receiving station for Namibia, as well as training of Namibians to operate it. At that time, we agreed to 10, and the Chinese government were very kind to us and said, you can bring as much. And I stand here, Comrade Right Honorable Prime Minister, to say we have trained on this particular facility 14 Namibians from various institutions. So what is a satellite ground receiving station? So in a nutshell, it's a specialized terrestrial S-based facility that is designed to track satellite, establish communication, receive, record and process data such as imagery, telemetry, and other spatial or geographical data. Equally so, this is transmitted, this is communication transmitted from the space that we, of course, operate within, in this case, the territorial area of Namibia. What does it mean now to the Namibian? To a Namibian community, this is a facility that strengthens our capacity in space science and technology. It's equally, because it's accessible by various OMAs, as you can see, our Right Honorable, our Honorable Minister of Environment here with us. Of course, we have invited Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Defense to also be here. And that symbolizes the value and the magnitude of stakeholder relationship that the station possesses, Right Honorable Prime Minister. This facility further enhances research collaboration, not only local, but also international, because we would inform you that with this facility, we can now enter into a space data receiving agreements with other countries because of the position that it occupies. Importantly, the station provides remote sensing and Earth observation data to support improved management of our natural resource, as my ED have said, agriculture, productive, disaster risk management, climate change, and what not. And this data allows further research. It does not come with answers. It allows further research. In the process, allows capacity development as well. Right Honorable Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers and board members, worship, and my boss, ED, dear all, I'm happy to really say the agreement with the People's Republic of China have really initiated, all have positioned Namibia to be highly recognized in the space science and technology. This is simply because I want to introduce to you Captain Saki, quickly, just to stand with your team. The team that is a TTNC team. This team, Right Honorable Prime Minister, operates the TTNC station with the Chinese government. And there were actually many. Where's Mr. Kamaya Munzi? Is he here? Yes. Unfortunately, he abandoned the mission to come to Windhoek. He works for the commission. Thank you, colleagues. Sit down. Yes. Equally, Right Honorable Prime Minister, allow me to just introduce those that were trained here. If they can just stand, the satellite ground receiving. Prof, please just a quick stand up for the Prime Minister to appreciate. Yes, Mr. Kamoyamuzi. Where is the MySec team? Guild and the IT antenna. So they are positioning themselves. You will meet them. Thank you. Thank you. So this were trained under phase 1, where you will witness, Right Honorable Prime Minister, the construction of the antenna itself, the big globe that you used to see when you land into Eros. We will expose to you to the antenna room, to the data processing, which we call operational room, to the equipment room, and of course we have now exposed you, we'll expose you further to the people who were trained from here. The phase 2 of this project, which we are still in touch with the government, People's Republic of China, it's really to boost the station. This is where now we are looking at 8 typical software applications to receive remote sensing and Earth observation data across the following sectors: mineral exploration, disaster risk management, fisheries and marine ecological monitoring, forestries and livestock monitoring, land use planning and management, agriculture and management and monitoring, inland water management and monitoring, and coastline and border monitoring. So this will demonstrate to you the level of engagement that we have to bring forth to, and quickly, just to wrap up, just as I conclude, Right Honorable Prime Minister, the space science and technology is an essential for Namibia as it drives our technological innovation. Equally, it enhances environment monitoring, and so does advancing human knowledge. Besides just fueling everyday technologies like your global positioning system, your satellite communication, as we briefed you, and the weather forecast, the spanning medical breakdowns, and of course, a number of it. We all agree here. Some of you used Google to come here. It wouldn't be possible if we didn't make those strengths in this country. And our universities were very supportive of those strengths. Right Honorable Prime Minister, the space science, it's our duty as a nation to enable its space business environment through legislation. And we are happy that you were part of the team that spearheaded the approval of the ministry to now start crafting the space science and technology bill, which we have started. We have invited the committee, and I think due to time, I would have wished for them to stand, but I wish to say we are available for any questions and answers that you may have. I thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Executive Director. He's my boss. I'm allowed to do that, right? We move on swiftly. We are behind. We are trying to catch up on time so that we are back on schedule. You will forgive me. May I call upon His Excellency Zhao Weiping, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Namibia.
Right Honorable Dr. Elijah Ngurela, Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, Honorable Dr. Sanet Steenkamp, Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, Honorable Indileni Daniel, Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, His Worship Mayor Unona, all the senior Namibian government officials present, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my distinct honor to join Right Honorable Prime Minister for the official handover of China AIDED satellite ground data receiving station. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to Her Excellency the President for delegating the Prime Minister to grace this important occasion, and for Her Excellency's strong leadership in promoting China-Namibia friendly relations and mutually beneficial cooperation. I also want to thank Honorable Minister Steenkamp and her esteemed ministry for organizing this event and for all the support they have given to the bilateral cooperation in the areas of their important portfolio. Through my engagement with Minister Steenkamp and her colleagues, I know they have been working very hard to serve the Namibian people. The satellite ground data receiving station is the first development assistance project of high-tech nature China has conducted in Namibia, which has vividly demonstrated China's strong willingness to support the African countries' efforts of advancing their science and technology development. The handover of this project means that Namibia has been equipped with basic capabilities of receiving and processing remote sensing satellite data. However, we will not just stop here. We will soon carry out the second phase of the project by working closely together. Once the second phase of the project is accomplished, Namibia will acquire the complete capabilities of receiving and processing remote sensing satellite data and using it for various applications and research activities, which will bring tangible benefits to Namibia by accommodating the extensive needs of monitoring, surveillance, planning, and management. I'm also happy to note that this satellite ground data receiving station will be fully run by the Namibian side. The Chinese side has already trained the relevant technicians selected by the Namibian side who have acquired all the abilities for independent operations. And the Chinese side will continue to provide training assistance in future. Ladies and gentlemen, China and Namibia have been close development partners ever since the establishment of the diplomatic relations 30 years ago. We know Namibia has entered into a critical period of its national development, as Her Excellency President Nandi-Ndaitwah and the Namibian government have set up grand goals for Namibia's social and economic development. We applaud the great efforts the Namibian government and people are making under the strong leadership of President Nandi-Ndaitwah, and we are firmly determined, as always, to continue providing our support and help. 2026 must be a year of hard work and great achievement, as it is the year of horse according to the Chinese lunar calendar. And we all know what horse symbolizes. It certainly requires us to move faster and achieve more. I wish to use this opportunity to assure our Namibian friends that the Chinese side is ready to implement more development assistance projects this year. As we have recently informed our Namibian friends that the Chinese government has decided to provide new ground to Namibia, which will be used for the jointly agreed projects. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I wish to thank Honorable Prime Minister again for attending and addressing this important event. I believe with the strategic guidance of the leaders of our two countries and the concerted efforts of both sides, China-Namibia relations will score even greater achievements in this vigorous and fruitful year of horse and bring more tangible benefits to our two peoples. Let me also thank the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture, and all the Namibian government agencies for their support to the implementation of this project. My thanks also go to the Earth Observation System and Data Center of China National Space Administration, China Center for Resources, Satellite Data and Application, and the China Jiangsu International Namibia for their contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. Firstly, for keeping to time, even managing to deliver your remarks within your allocated time. Two things to underline from His Excellency's speech: that he confirmed and affirmed that Namibia now, after phase 2 completion, will possess a complete capabilities of receiving and processing remote data sensing. And the second one, that this center will be fully independently operated by Namibians. Round of applause again. Thank you. It's now my distinct honor to call upon my Honorable Minister, Dr. Sanet Steenkamp, Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Art and Culture, to deliver her remarks.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremony. You're doing an excellent job. Esteemed ladies and gentlemen, Right Honourable Prime Minister, Your Excellency, if I may please be allowed to stand on the protocol. I really wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude. Seeing all of you here, being with you, this is absolutely remarkable. Thank you for joining us this morning. Yes, it's quite a lovely day, and we are all here to celebrate the milestone achievement in capacity building with Namibia's national space science and technology sector. We know that globally the space science sector is among the key drivers of modern economies, providing innovative solutions to socio-economic challenges while creating opportunities for innovators and also entrepreneurs. This morning, as we listened to the briefing, and we also listened to the history of this very space where we are right now, it was said that this is indeed the gateway to the world and Namibia's global connectivity to the world. And I think that you are part of this today, and we are happy. The establishment of the satellite ground data receiving station comes at an opportune time and really complements Namibia's national efforts to build capacity in the space science and technology sector. The National Space Science and Technology Policy of 2021, among its key objectives, emphasizes the development of human and institutional capacity in this critical field. And here I want to really put a feather in the cap of my team. From the ED, the Deputy Executive Director, all the directors, you've done amazing. Bringing me on board, first and foremost, to understand and internalize this, but also the hard work that went into this, ladies and gentlemen, along with our partners. I remain grateful. And I reiterate the stance that was stated by our Executive Director. Our ministry is dedicated to full implementation of this policy of 2021 that I've just mentioned. Our Executive Director equally made reference to this station that will deliver and already delivers far-reaching benefits that stretch across sciences, governance, but also national security. By providing this independent, high-resolution imagery, it empowers our country to, of course, monitor borders and maritime territories in real time, and also providing us with the real-time data that has been referenced to. Our Right Honourable Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I must indicate that despite our institutions of higher learning having the capacity to develop space science and technology human capital, the availability of infrastructure for space science and technology indeed still remain a major challenge. We are quite aware of that. And we are also aware of the fact that this challenge is attributed to the fact that these infrastructures, as you may imagine, it's highly costly. And the establishment required indeed advanced expertise and resources that often limited in developing countries such as Namibia. However, our heart is at the right place. And we know that there's no challenge that is insurmountable. Therefore, we already talk about phase 2. It is against this backdrop that I wish to express my sincere appreciation to all our partners that our ministry have collaborated with in availing the expertise the resources, and the time in the construction of the satellite ground data receiving station. It is worth mentioning that besides the provision of the physical infrastructure and advanced technologies, we are especially grateful for the human capital that has been built, our human resources, the 14 colleagues that have, Namibians that have been trained to operate the station. Today, some of the Namibians trained through this project are operating this facility, receiving data from the CBERS-4 satellite whenever it passes over Namibia. We are truly excited about this opportunity, which represent a significant advancement for Namibia and indeed a meaningful investment in our future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our members of the media, the successful implementation of our new facility is an achievement true to the power of partnerships. The facility's impact will be made possible through the dedicated and ongoing collaboration of our government institutions, academia, researchers and technical partners, as well as our external partners and those who collaborate very closely with us. And we know that as a collective, we are indeed looking forward to much more incredible technological breakthroughs that this efforts will continue to produce in the future. And this achievement reminds us that investment in science and innovation is an investment in national resilience, in knowledge and opportunity, not just for our people, but that will stretch beyond the borders of Namibia. It also reminds us that partnerships that are founded on collaboration, cooperation, and knowledge sharing remain essential in addressing national and global challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm mindful of the time. I just want to state that we are indeed honored to be joined by the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Elijah Chitunga Ngurare, who represents Her Excellency, the President of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, and he's our guest of honor. The establishment of this satellite ground data receiving station, as I said, truly is a defining step in our journey as a country towards scientific advancement, technological self-reliance, and innovation-driven development. And therefore, we are delighted to be joined by a strategic leader who understands that sustainable national progress is built on knowledge and the strategic partnership in investment in human capital. The Right Honorable Prime Minister has consistently championed coordinated governance, innovation, and inclusive development principles that resonate strongly with our objectives of the Namibian space science and technology agenda. And therefore, Right Honorable Prime Minister, your presence here today really underscores government's unwavering commitment to advancing science, strengthening our national capacity, but also positioning Namibia competitively with a global knowledge economy. We may be a small country, but we are certainly a country to be reckoned with. Right Honorable Prime Minister, we are deeply honored by your presence at this historic milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to warmly welcome to the podium our Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Elijah Chitunga Ngurare. Thank you.
Well done. You may be seated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Dr. Sanet Steenkamp, Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts, and culture, in short, Meisak. And we can translate Meisak in Afrikaans. Just so that I don't leave out anybody, so indulge me so that I can recognize our partners, apart from the minister, our line minister, Honorable Indileni Daniel, Minister of Environment, Forestry, and Tourism, His Excellency Ambassador Zhao Weiping, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Namibia, Comrade Asan Tinda, Special Advisor to the Prime Minister, His Worship Councillor Zakaria Unona, our host, the Mayor of the City of Windhoek, Comrade Mbumba Haitengela, Executive Director in the Ministry of Meisak, Executive Directors from different ministries of the government, Ms. Patricia Hauwanga, Telecom Namibia Board Chairperson, Board of Directors from NCRST, Telecom, NAST, UNAM, and other public and private entities, our security clusters that are represented here, CEO of Telecom, Dr. Stanley Shanampinda, CEO of Communication Regulation Authority of Namibia, Ms. Emilia Nikembwa, CEO, heads and senior officials to public and private institutions. That, of course, also includes senior officials representing various offices, ministries, agencies of government, including executive, deputy executive director, directors, and all others that are here, including NPC. And all of you, I think before I start, please give yourself a round of applause. Members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, I am here to represent Her Excellency and thereby deliver the remarks of Her Excellency, therefore, as follows, and I quote, "Today we gather to celebrate a significant milestone in Namibia's journey towards national development. This marks a major milestone in the advancement of science, technology, and innovation as key enablers of national development. The official handover of the satellite ground data receiving station represents a concrete step towards realizing our national development objectives and our long-term industrialization agenda. This agenda is driven by knowledge, innovation, and modern technologies supported by state-of-the-art infrastructure." Director of Ceremony, on behalf of the government and the people of Namibia, I express our sincere gratitude to the government of the People's Republic of China for the generous support provided through the construction of this satellite ground data receiving station. This remarkable gesture solidifies the enduring friendship and strong bilateral relations between our nations and our people. We are deeply thankful for the financial resources and technical expertise that facilitated the successful construction of this advanced facility. This support enables Namibia to join a select group of African countries with modern ground stations capable of receiving real-time satellite data. This data will significantly enhance evidence-based decision-making across key economic sectors. Director of Ceremonies, our able Director of Ceremonies. Namibia recognizes its clear skies and unique geographic position as a sovereign advantage, positioning it as a premier global hub for space observation. To match its ambitious scientific goals of transitioning from a passive consumer of space data to a strategic player in the global space science industry, the country is currently developing a legal framework. Last year, through the line Minister of MAISAC, the Cabinet authorized the drafting of the Space Science and Technology Bill. This bill will establish a legal and institutional framework regulating space activities, ensuring compliance with international treaties, and strategically leveraging satellite technology to drive national industrialization and socio-economic development. Under our NDP 6, Namibia has strategically recognized space science as a practical engine for development. By integrating satellite data and cosmic research into our national strategy, we secure the tools necessary for environmental sustainability, resource management, and socio-economic transformation. This facility directly supports the Human, Institutional, and Infrastructure Development Program outlined in our National Development Plan 6. Its very existence signifies Namibia's decisive move to strengthen and bolster our national research, science, technology, and innovation infrastructure. Of course, here I think represented by NCRST, whence from the able Director of Ceremonies is coming from. So NCRST, let's give them a round of applause. The station modernizes our national research, science, technology, and innovation data management, and most importantly, serves as a training ground for building our human capital. Through this station, we ensure the next generation of Namibian space science technology experts possess the technical skills and scientific expertise needed to lead our nation into high-tech, industrialized nation. Madam Director of Ceremony, Honorable Ministers, esteemed Your Excellency, Ambassador and friends that are here, and those watching online. Space science and technology plays a crucial role in tackling our country's pressing socio-economic challenges. This facility will enhance Namibia's capacity to effectively respond to climate change impacts like droughts, water scarcity, flood management, and sustainable water resources utilization. It will also improve land use monitoring, prevent overgrazing, strengthen disaster risk management strategies, combat poaching, illegal fishing, and overall manage our natural resources. Considering, for example, if we recall the devastating wildfire in Etosha National Park last year, which caused wildlife and grazing area loss, beyond ecological damage, It negatively impacted tourism, halting park visits during emergency responses. Advanced disaster risk management and monitoring solutions powered by satellite data could significantly speed up, improve efficiency, and reduce the overall impact of such events. Director of Ceremonies, Comrade Ministers, my humble request is to all sector ministries, offices, agencies, to maximize the potential benefits of this strategic infrastructure. Let's utilize satellite data to strengthen decision-making, enhance service delivery, optimize natural resource management, boost agricultural productivity, and tackle food insecurity in Namibia. This facility presents a unique opportunity for the academic and research community to advance high-impact research, innovation, and capacity building. Let's leverage this resource to position Namibia at the forefront of space science and technology in the sub-region. Through our strong partnership with the People's Republic of China, Namibia academics and researchers have numerous opportunities for collaboration with Chinese institutions. By transferring advanced technologies and building local capacity, we can empower young Namibians to become skilled engineers, innovators, and entrepreneurs in space science. This will drive job creation, economic growth, and the development of thriving space science ecosystem in Namibia. To the academic sector, use this data generated by this facility to produce high-impact research that benefit our country. Let's push Namibia to the frontiers of space science and technology, supported by our global friends, as demonstrated here today by the People's Republic of China. The station will provide direct access to research data, enabling scientists to receive raw data from Earth observation, climate, and astronomical satellites. This will foster cutting-edge research. Additionally, the station will become a center of excellence, training the next generation of scientists and engineers in space technology and applications. Strategically, owning the ground station completes Namibia's data sovereignty loop, ensuring uninterrupted access, free from political or commercial constraints. This positions the country as a regional partner, potentially leading to better terms of international space collaborations and data sharing agreements. However, Namibia still needs to invest significantly in expertise for the station's full operationalization to realize its long-term benefits of technological independence and strategic oversight. Director of Ceremonies, Comrade Ministers, and friends that are here, esteemed Comrade Ambassador, we express our deepest gratitude to the government and people of the People's Republic of China for their strong bilateral relations and unwavering support for Namibia's development aspirations. We value your partnership and your continued support as we pursue our long-term vision of becoming an industrialized nation as per our Vision 2030. Finally, I wish to commend the Minister, the staff of the Ministry of MAISAC, along with all supporting institutions, for their dedication and hard work in successfully implementing Phase 1 of the Satellite Ground Data Receiving Station project. The motto, as illustrated, foundation first, excellence always. The journey that has brought us here, was a seed of leadership and determination planted in 1992 by the founding president of our republic, the late Dr. Sem Shafishuna Nujoma. And subsequent presidents have nurtured that seed and that dream. Foundation first, excellence always. We are here, therefore, comrade ministers, your excellencies, to nurture that seed that was planted 1992. It was planted to benefit generations after 1992, and many after that generation are now older and smarter as they have been introduced here. And therefore, as we launch or as we receive this massive infrastructure, we must bear in mind that the foundation laid and the excellence to be achieved must be planted in our young people, must be planted in their ingenuity, must be planted in their thirst, must be planted in their imagination. Let them outlive us. Let them be the ones that will have the wings to fly beyond generations of Namibians. That let them be the ones that will be able to take this digital sovereignty to great heights. I therefore encourage you as a ministry to maintain this level of commitment and excellence as we progress with phase 2 of the project. Your Excellency, from your words and your emphatic speech, it would suggest that phase 2 will take much shorter time than phase 1 had taken. And we are happy the commitment that you have demonstrated and the leadership that you have demonstrated. Convey to the leadership in the People's Republic of China our appreciation. And therefore, the ministry, it is now in your hands to ensure that your motto, Foundation First, Excellence Always, will live on. I thank you very much. Thank you.
You may be seated. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for the excellent speech. We also take note of the task that you have given through your speech to our ministry. And we assure you we are going to try by all means that the second phase is delivered on time and that there is more Namibians that are capacitated to operate the station. Thank you, Right Honorable. We caught up with our time. Again, thank you. Yes. Yes. At this part of the program, we're supposed to have a cultural interlude. They are ready? Okay. Please let them come through. Thank you.
Amen.
I know. My audience, you will forgive me, but they'll have enough time to entertain you. I promise that. So I just want us to keep on time. But they will be here after the program. Madam Michelle, just alert them to not go. They'll be given an opportunity again after. May now invite Dr. Natasha Sheikh Yosef, Director of Policy in MESAC, to come and deliver the vote of thanks.
Okay. Good morning. Okay, there's not space. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Emmanuel. It is my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of today's handover ceremony of the satellite data receiving ground station. We are deeply honored by the presence of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Ngurare, who is representing our President, Her Excellency Dr. Nandi-Ndaitwah. Your address confirms your commitment to science and international cooperation, which continues to inspire us in providing the strategic direction for Namibia's development. We extend our sincere appreciation to His Excellency Ambassador Zhao Weiping as representative of the People's Republic of China. Your support and continued partnership strengthen our shared vision and lays a solid foundation for meaningful progress. Our sincere thanks go to our Honourable Minister, Dr. Steenkamp, for your visionary leadership and steadfast guidance. We are deeply appreciative of our Executive Director, Mr. Haitengela, for having warmly welcomed us today. Thank you. To Dr. Mundia, Deputy Executive Director, our greatest appreciation for providing us with an overview of the strategic importance of the project and for your leadership in its execution. You have been part of this project since the beginning, so we are here because of your leadership today. Thank you. To our stakeholders, your role in this project cannot be overemphasized. Your collaboration, expertise, and shared commitment have been central to the success and sustainability of this initiative. We wish to express special thanks to Telecom Namibia. Thank you. For opening your doors to us and for providing a home for the ground station. A special thank you goes to Trustco Group Holdings and the City of Windhoek in assisting with relevant processes and structures in setting up of the antenna. Your partnership demonstrates the power of institutional cooperation in advancing national priorities. Let me also thank the organizing team from the Ministry. Your tireless efforts ensured the seamless planning and execution of today's event. Thank you very much. Finally, we acknowledge and thank the media representatives and all invited guests for making time available to join us in witnessing this special occasion. Together, we have marked an important step forward in strengthening Namibia's space science and data capabilities and in deepening international cooperation. Thank you all, and I wish you a pleasant day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sheikh Yosef. You really have thanked everybody, but I want to retaliate also to thank the Telecom team, Dr. CEO, the one that you sent last night. We are grateful. Thank you for that. They were whispering to me, overtime, overtime. I said that is beyond my control now, but thank you so much. Yes. At this juncture, before we move on to the singing of anthems, AU and the Namibian anthem, I would like to call upon our Honorable Minister just to stand in front here to gift the special partnership, gifting of the special partnership that we have had with the following. Yes. First, we are going to be gifting the Right Honorable Prime Minister for accepting at the very last minute to be with us today. Of course, we wish and we're looking forward to Her Excellency, but we're even more excited to have you here. May you please come forth.
I was whispering to them, is this a satellite phone?
What we are giving you is really, truly Namibian made gifting from our environment. In there is an ostrich eggshell. Initially, we wanted to print it with the antenna on top, but time got us off guard. But we are still gifting it to you and to everybody else, so that when you put it in your office, it's a remembrance of you officially handing over or receiving the station.
Yeah, you see, after here, my next engagement is with the president, so I'm sure she will ask me, where's her gift? Maybe I must surrender this to her. You agree? You are not sure? Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Next, we have our Honorable Minister, Honorable Indileni Daniel. Please come forth for your presence and for agreeing to come and be with us today, and for future collaboration in the implementation of this facility. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. The color coordination is beautiful. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Third, His Excellency, Ambassador. We cannot thank you enough. In Namibian, one of Namibian culture, we have a saying, "Omagano hagakutha," something okomerimba. Loosely translated, but something like that. That you can't just be receiving, you must also extend your hand.
Thank you.
We are grateful. To the city of Windhoek for providing your space at no cost. We are grateful. His Worship the Mayor.
Thank you, Your Worship, and for being here with us this morning as well. Please receive this.
Now, to the most important one in the room, Telecom. Board Chair, please come to come and receive Telecom's gift. We cannot thank Telecom enough. We cannot thank them enough. Again, they provided this infrastructure, the space where the data processing center is, at no cost. And they are willing to continue doing that, assisting the government of the Republic of Namibia. Thank you. With that out of the way, the technical corner, are we ready? May we stand for the singing of the AU and the Namibian anthem.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to
May I request you to take your seats for now?
developing space science and technology here. Apart from space science, I'm also serving on the committee is developing the nuclear science and technology strategy as well as its implementation plan. So I'm going to introduce to you the station. So what we have here is the station. We have 5 cabinets. If I can take this into simpler parts, I'll compare it like a car. A car is having an engine, it's having a steering wheel, and there's a car itself. So the car itself is what is sitting on the top of it. And the controls, that's what we have here. And now, this is the engine that powers the whole system. So, to explain this, maybe let me start from here. I'm going to be brief. I'll start from this cabinet, and then I'll move over there. Okay, to start, what we have here, we have a massive switch. We have so many computers here that we talk to each other. So this computer connects all those, all the computers. This is a switch that connects all the computers. And we have the modulator. If we want to send information out, we modulate it on a signal, and then we send it out. And we have 4 demodulators. When the signal is coming down, to remove data from the signal, these are the computers that remove data from the signal. And this is an optical terminal. From here to the station to the antenna, there is a fiber connection. So that fiber connection is terminated by here. We have another one which is digital there. And these are the servers, 1, 2, and that one. Those are the servers that are used for controlling all the softwares that control the station into these 4 servers. So moving here, I have explained this one. Maybe this is the computer now that controls the antenna. And the one on the bottom there is an X-band taking receiver. As our doctor have mentioned, that we can enter into agreement with other satellites and get data. But for our station, it only receives an X-band. That is the frequency of 8 gigahertz. Anything bigger than that, our station cannot see it. Or if it's 2 gigahertz, we won't see the data. If it's 16, we won't see the data. So the data must be around 8 gigahertz. So this is X-band, symbolized 8 gigahertz. So for any other frequencies, we need another receptor. So here, what we have is the time frequency equipment. This computer, they have to talk between each other. So they must have the same time. So this is the machine that connects to the high-level time sources. It gets that time and then it distributes to all other computers so that they are having the same time. And the signal generator, the data always move on a wave. So this computer is the one that we can use to see the wave. If we lock with a satellite, then we can see the wave. And we can measure the amplitude of that wave, we can measure the wavelengths, we can measure the frequency. So we use that to see the electromagnetic wave. And this is what generates the signal, because data have to move on a signal. So you generate the signal and then you put data on that signal. And then it goes. And now from here, we have 22 servers. Yes. these first 4 servers, when the information is being received from the satellite, it comes into these first 4 servers. But normally 2 are online, 2 is the backup. Because before the information go anywhere, it sits here. And then once all the checks and balances are done, then it's transferred into these 14 servers. Here we have 12 and the first 2. Now this 14 server, what they do, because the data received here is in a format that the computer understands. Now we want to turn it into a format that human being understand. So these are the processing server, the 14 of them, which process that data. Once it's been processed, then it comes into these 4 servers. These 4 servers, this is the storage. If you look, one server is having 12 terabytes. A terabyte is a number with 12 digits. So basically we receive 13 gigabytes of data just for trading without considering another. So if you can divide 4 and that's 13, then you are going to get 900, which means that if we are only receiving the data, just this one model, we can track for 900 days. That is 2.5 days. That's one of these. So there are 12 of them and 4. So if we multiply all these, 4 times 12, any one of these is 144 terabytes. And then if you multiply all of them, you're going to get like 570. Now that the exact storage for the data processing is 350 terabytes. So this is where all the data is. So that I will then go back to the rest of the and just to allow customers that was explaining the excellence and also it allows us to expand. There are shortcomings, but it allows us to research and expand at our own time with our own cost. So we can just give some questions.
As well as so in other words, the infrastructure space, we have all these positioning systems, GPS, so different countries, infrastructure. Now suppose I have Huawei and there is a Chinese GPS equivalent in terms of mapping, etc. Will it be functional here or will it be translated?
Huawei is China, so you have a Samsung. Yes, it's
Austrian.
We are here. We listen carefully. So this is international standard. As he explained, it allows us to expand and it's compatible to any other. Yes. So even so Your Excellency, the question was whether this now is compatible with any other international country without naming any. We can confidently say yes. Like I said, we are saying we can expand with this. We can expand even with any equipment, whether USA or British or UK, we can expand with this because it's international standards. And that is what we agreed with our counterpart, the Chinese. That there must be.
So my question is, in terms of national security, so if somebody closes off or switches off their system, will we be able to operate on plan B?
Okay. So this system is a tracking. It tracks satellites data. So just to recall again, when I briefed you, I said we don't have a satellite. So yes, the satellites that we are tracking, they are other service providers from. Currently we are tracking CBUS. In CBUS it's not ours. but we are able to track it because through international protocols, as long as it just bypasses an event, we track its activity. We can even plan its task. I think.
Can I just want to give an opportunity to the CEO
Sorry,
of
the
Press.
CEO.
Who would like to?
I think just to clarify that when we were busy with the licensing process, part of the criteria is that we also do the security clearance with the office of the president. So all of that is very clear in terms of the equipment.
It's in the hall.
About 300 is
350, I think 500
so that's fine. But the expand in terms of potential for expansion, is that something that we are working on, or that's one? That's next. That's the first question. The second question is yes, we are not in space, of course, but we do have physical infrastructure in Nairobi, which is what reflects what is now there. This is some kind of a bonus, for lack of a better word. Because we are not in space, but here we are doing assistance to be able to track. Track, of course, must give us permission to wherever we are tracking. There are some access that we have. So I just wanted to get this appreciation. Suppose, because I recall one time we were in Egypt, the Minister for Agriculture and Economy, I think for them they have everything, environment, water, and so on things. But he was able from his mobile phone, atmospheric, agricultural, the water depth in the Nile, both upstream and downstream, the air, everything is being tracked and is available on the policymakers' phone. So because if I ask you now today if we have that, of course we don't. But this, I suppose, is where we are headed. With the capacity of the terabytes, and phase 2, and then be able to provide us with what you call the softwares, with your approval, that we can be able to use. Is that the fair sustainability?
Thank you, Excellency. Just to confirm that, maybe to start with your later question, I think it's a directive, so I think we will work with our university. It's an app that we can develop. We call them decision making. Geographical systems. I think that's fair. Can develop something, but not to limit that. What you have now can do initially everything that the Egyptian can show. Like on your phone, because you can now with your phone you can actually tell whether it will rent or when you it will rent, do you knew it will stop when.
Indigenous land, knowledge also.
Yes, indigenous. Yes. So just to make you comfortable, the traffic flow we have captured that geographically. You can tell, even though the challenge we have it's a road have never, the road coding have never really been fully computerized, so it limits. But you can tell with highways, it will tell you this road to be slow by 5 minutes. We have that information. It's just individual wanting who willing to use it. So definitely, a lot of your questions are just literally enabling. With regard to the limitation, as he explained, and I said, these limitations are not to say it's done, we cannot go further. As we venture into tracking more data, like what I mentioned, data for mining and all that, there is a need to expand this to speak to this. The same limitation. So it allows us from here what we got from China. It allows us intensive research and intensive capacity development.
not just but intensive investment in capacity. Be able to expand to talk about things. But what we have is now I can speak.
If the capacity developers have is available for us, what I like to see is developers have to see is the landing of some public institutions, like schools, clinics, governments, everywhere, you must know that or anywhere, whether that government is public or whether it's effective. And I'm assuming then that all this stuff that is you're working with NSA in order to real data. Because that is where our challenge is. But I will hear you are saying all these things are now so here I will not respond.
Let me respond to your studies in the next operation hour.
Yes, I want to report to you in this operation hour because we have in the geographical space, Your Excellency. I wanted to respond to that with you so that we show you what we have prepared to show you. So, in the geographical space, we have what we call open source softwares. From the open source, if you go even to Ministry of Mines currently, they have developed a tailor-made software. So when you apply, for example, for a mining license, they go into that software and tell you this is located where it have what mineral resource. And yes, it's a self-made, developed by that ministry, tailored for them. So if you go in National Statistic Agency, for example, as you know, I've presented to said one of the few countries that uses geographical data for population estimate. That's why we have been very consistent and been very precise. So we use softwares which are actually commercial, but for training and commercial softwares, for SMEs that supports government work and all that, it's actually open source, which they have built from existing softwares, because open source does not limit. There are systems that exist within the institutions, which were generally built, and I know for sure, like if you go in City of Windhoek, because I worked for City of Windhoek in the past, if you apply for rezoning, they will tell you how much density you require for that property, giving it the size, the use, and so forth. It automatically generates that information.
So it's a small app that the calculator must use, for example.
Okay. What I'm saying is, digital certainty must control and data processes. The development, the maintenance, the security of it. So the open source is everybody else. Internet started coming around the 90s. So, but there are safeguards that nation states have in it. That's what I'm speaking. So if we have an appropriate system, we think we are there. Sorry, I thought we don't have public. Then it's okay. Maybe you know. Maybe.
Right, Honourable Minister, I think the issue that we have is there is aspects and pockets of data everywhere. but we don't have interoperability, which means that these systems are not speaking to each other, so that we have a national data center that coordinates all our data. And part of it is the absence of a national data center, and also the absence of a national data protection law that will then cement that sovereignty that Right Honorable Prime Minister is referring to. But it is work in progress, in the sense that the data center is a priority under NDP 6, and the finalization of the data protection law is also receiving priority at the Ministry of ICT. But it's the coordination and centralizing it, so that we have standardized systems and rules that speak to how do we store our data, where must it be used, how is it retrieved, and what is the central point? Is it in the cloud? Is it here in country? So all of that governance framework needs to be set out through the data protection.
You see, when we are talking here, we are talking as Namibians. So cloud. So how do we say it in our languages? You see? So now, who controls that cloud? Okay? Because that's the issue. If I am at Malenga and I want to get access to anything that is happening in Okomba, you see? So I must press a button knowing that I'm secured in this application that I'm getting in. The security of it is made by my own government. So not third parties intruding in what I'm accessing. So that's what I'm talking about. But I'm happy that we are busy, but that busyness must go faster so that we can really move in this space. Bring this, I know we are working on it, so let's work on it. Yeah.
Telecom maybe have one.
Okay.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, if there are two policy decisions that would need to be made, is firstly making it a mandatory requirement for multi-factor authentication across the public institutions, and secondly requiring encryption, and that this can already be done before those laws are set up.
When are we starting? Next month? Okay, so let's work on
the next room before we go to the now. You're the only one here. Yes. So this is the operational room. We are handing over what you see here, just to give you a hint before I hand over to Osha Chirange, an employee who was a trench of cabling that has cameras roaming. They are preparing for coming. That's where we will take over 26.
Morning, Right Honorable. My name is Osha.
the antenna. So you can say we also put the sign and the character on the antenna radar. So now we can go inside to check the antenna. The diameter of the radar is 12 meters. 12.
Height.
Yeah, and the height plus this space about 15 meters. Yes.
50.
Yes, 50. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's only 8 years old, engineer. Okay.
Yes, Honorable. Let's move. Yeah, now, inside this outside, 6-meter diameter parabolic antenna. Communicate with the satellite that we are seeing data from. Like this whole SIMBA, standing for China Brazil Earth Resource Satellite, which is orbiting the Earth at about 657 kilometers. Approaching our base, based on the parameters that we set the computers on the operation book, the antenna goes to the axis position. Until it passes our space. So I think that's technically it in terms of receiving data from the satellite. So the antenna can take part to wait for the satellite, and then as it passes through the space, it tracks it, and then it receives the transmission to the X-band.
I'm not sure how far it is. To explain the material of the
So you are one of those that have been trained?
Yes, sir.
He's also an S observation expert, like myself. So he can interpret those data that we saw there, research, and whatever that you require. In the past, we will charge you millions, but it has become cheap now.
So from here to expert, the data?
Everything to where we came from. Through the file. We'll show you. Who will show you, who will take you through how this operates. This is the heart of all of it, as you explained. But then we start to get to the equipment that because we finished this one in 2024. So, but they were already they started training from 2024, part of 2025. The part which was the team which was trained here, Your Excellency, is a very diverse team. From Happy, Nawa, to Wuhan, everyone. That's how diverse the whole team. Even the team. Yes.
Another confident young man.
Prime Minister, welcome. Thank you. Good morning. So,
Now how can it be behind? Huh? We can stay behind.
The PM was even impressed.
Not so long, huh? If Honorable maybe stand outside, then I can demonstrate. Apologies for that. So. Normally, the satellite approach from the north to the south. So, but with the manual, they can at least sometimes just play it for demonstration purpose, especially when we don't have a task to track. Also, just to measure the strength of signal that we have. So it's good for that.
Many of the discs that we know are DSTV discs, and we see them not in an insulated place like this. So what is the magic for this being insulated as opposed to it being open to access?
Comrade CEO Crane, the question is to you.
So I'm saying the normal satellites that we see, or these discs, normally they are outside, like this. If you look at DSTV, you put it in a certain direction of your house so that it can be pointing to a certain satellite. But interestingly, the technicality I see here, interestingly for that matter, that it is insulated. Is it, maybe there's some
They sit here generally for quietness, for no disturbance, but more so the regulation. I want to invite
Yes. It's a license condition aspect, right, Honorable Prime Minister? Yes.
Because they actually even come when we do site setting. They require us to give them coordinates, so they come and measure wavelengths and all these measurements, so that it talks to the regulations. This particular development really took us long. If the National Civil Aviation, if you remember, we were done with the random, this material that we had, the satellite, we were almost to put, but we had to comply with them. Because remember now, this is in the flight, so they had to also to measure. So it was a really long discussion, a lot of pushing back and forth. But we are here, and we appreciate you are also here to really support that process and witness the good work that. Our next point is just to show you the cabling trench that we saw on the camera. And then we'll come back to the final part if we just proceed.
I cannot fit in there, my friend. Me, I'm alone. Somebody else.
Sorry. Your Excellency, my apology. Your Excellency, my apology.
Finish.
This room, what you have here uninterrupted power supply. So, because this station, because of its function, not even within a second, it's below a second, no, it's within a second. Every time the power goes down, we have two systems. That's just speaking, and we continue to tell. So we'll show you this one. No, this is Sito Vinduk power supply here. On the light and not because not power always goes on. Thank you. Very. Something here, so that the power doesn't go off. And I'm sure you experience that. Some resident slow now. Yes. Just quickly, Your Excellency, this is not just an ion. No? This is not just an ion. So as you know, when lightning comes, it looks for the highest point. Okay. So this is your light protection. Yes. And as you can see, it's a requirement also to paint it like that for visibility of planes and all that. Okay. Those low planes that flies in the low orbit. That's very good. Yes. So they can't say they didn't see it. Exactly. We cannot be prosecuted. This one is always clear. This cable, it's electricity that feeds. You can see how big it is. It's different with our normal electricity. That cable that you receive when you electrify your home. It demonstrates the amount of power that is needed. On my left here, this is your copper. Generally communication, all of this is communication. So that goes and comes to the same thing. So it's so in our initial request to sit over, we have this as well. Beside the square on top here and the road access. These are servitude, purposely just for this. These are they operate independently. It's different. You come here just to service if you come. So it's ever locked. That's why we monitor this just with cameras. And the green, this one? This one is for the people who are doing oh no, this is for the camera that goes for the visitors. You see the facilities protected. One camera there. Media?
They're coming back.
Perhaps this side for media.
No, this one is better. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How are you? Good morning. Compliments. It's good to be here.
Excellency, this is now your Honorable Minister. Honorable Ministers. Crane CEO, Telecom CEO, Ambassador. Oh, you are here. Telecom CEO.
The mayor, yes, you are the owner.
You can just join that
Let's
side.
step back. Let's step back, guys. Let's make space. Let's step back.
Hold on for.
Including yourself. You need to come back. Particularly including yes.
Okay.
Let's a little bit backwards here. Back here.
If you are ready, let us know. Media, are you ready?
Sorry, man. Step back.
Okay, ready.
There you go, Your Excellency.
On behalf of
On behalf of Excellency,
President Netumbo
I am
Nandi-Ndaitwah,
I am humbled to
officially receive this world-class infrastructure
in our free
in our free
Namibia,
and independent Namibia from our friendly
nation of
People's Republic of China. Shenzhen. The China aided satellite ground data receiving station was officially opened by the President of the Republic of
Excellency
Namibia,
Dr. Netumbo
Nandi-Ndaitwah, on
Thursday, 12 February
2026.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I must say,
and I know the President will be very happy to know this. When we were received in here, there are young people. The Chinese engineer, person is 28 years old. Very young. And then came Nathanael. Benjamin, also very young. He studied for 4 years, then 1 more year on this particular one, which means he's an expert. Then Vanyambe, also. They all spoke in a manner that gives us pride to what has been achieved, and therefore what we said in the speech. The seed was planted in 1992, and today we can see human development in these young people. So please, let's give these young people a round of applause. And also for the other young people who might be watching this, your dreams are valid. So you can now see that what was impossible has become possible. And it is because of this relationship that values, as they say in China, win-win relationship. So we are very happy. And the city of Windhoek, thank you very much for availing this land, the ministry of Meisak. Thank you very much. I will convey to Her Excellency our positive impression of what we have seen here, especially the young people that have been trained. Please continue to train more until we will also have our satellite into space. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Prime Minister. Now we move forth for the official photograph of this proceeding. Right Honorable Minister, you can take this one. Ambassador, you can take this one. Minister, you can take that one. Photographer. Yeah. Okay. So as we are arranging, okay, everybody else behind, NCRST, National Space Science Council, are you represented? UNAM, are you represented? NAS, are you represented? Yeah, please come. Who else am I missing? Yeah, Brigadier General NSA, NPC. Okay, the trained team that explained here. Can you just stand also by the? And only the official photographer. You are the official photographer. Please allow her first. Yes. Are we all seen? Okay, sir. Are we all seen? Benjamin Shin Yen. I said people who were explaining. I can't give you the mic. Are we all in, including me? Can you see me? Absolutely. Okay. Can you see me? Ready? And everybody smile. Getting the whole ball in. Yes. Yes.
Ground station, ground station.
Everyone else?
Okay, thank you, Right Honorable. I also want to announce that the delegation that came here, there is a refreshment arranged for you. The exit door from the data processing center that you came through is the same door that we are going to go back inside for refreshment. We thank everybody that came. Thank you so much. Everybody else, there will also be refreshment in the official tent. Yes. In the official.